and welcome to the YATST School Transformation Conference 2010. Yeah, that's worth clapping.
I think youth and adults need to work together because they're involved in daily life together at schools. It's not students teaching students or teachers teaching teachers, it's teachers teaching students, and there needs to be a partnership in order for that to work.
It's easy to say that there's a problem with the educational system as it is, but it's hard to actually try and instigate change yourself.
I don't see why it's that hard to change. Like, we have the stats and stuff. Why can't we just change it like that? Why does it have to take so long?
There can't be conflict in order to create change. It needs to be, it needs to derive from some sort of cohesion.
Some comments, it seems like what we're going to be doing is a little daunting. Like, so where's the hope looking at some of the information? But I think if we form this partnership and we do have the dialogue, then we're already putting one foot forward and getting closer to that goal.
A fundamental mission of YATST is to change the culture of schools and education from doing things to and for students, which we've done for decades, to doing things, the learning process with them, that they're involved in decisions that affect their learning and they're partners in that process.
In order to learn and to change, we do have to get out of our comfort zone. The biggest challenge that teachers are going to have is that they will need to trust that the youth voice is strong enough to lead them in places they may not see or are afraid to go.
I had been involved with youth in student government and class council kinds of activities, and we had made little changes, but not systemic changes. YATST provides an opportunity to work in partnership with youth and make real, meaningful systemic change in our school.
So the black and white are schools now, whereas the colorful ones are what we hope.
Here, everybody take a couple.
Really? That's like almost relevant.
I think it's relevant, yeah.
The teacher is a facilitator of learning and discovery. Teacher is the expert!
The real basis for YATST is the 4 R's: rigor, relevance, relationships, and responsibility.
So if we're thinking about like a pyramid, the basis are the 4 R's, and then we can build a good school system out of that.
The 4 R's is a language that's simple, it's compelling, it's understandable by both students, teachers, and the greater community to then be able to understand it and affect change.
The people in the middle will tell their stories about relevance. The people on the outside, your job is to listen to them. You can ask probing questions if you'd like.
And we all ended up getting challenged equally, and I feel like that was like the best way to do it. So I definitely feel that the rigor depends on what class you're taking.
In a lot of ways, I'd prefer a smaller school environment because more hands-on with the teacher.
Here at Harwood, we use the 4 R's to design a survey that our YATST group gave out.
We started with a student survey, and the student survey basically just told us what the students thought about school based on the 4 R's. And then we surveyed the teachers, and we just wanted to compare and contrast the two.
For faculty, they really felt that they taught using relevance and connection to students. The student data tells us differently.
We didn't realize that the teachers had such a different view from the students.
When this small group speaks not just from their individual perspectives, but rather goes to every student and every teacher and brings out the perspectives of all the stakeholders, they are far more powerful.
The students are running a in-service in January, which I think will be a very eye-opening event. It'll be something that students are running and initiating, so they'll be very engaged in what's happening at that time. And hopefully from that, some major changes will happen.
We do not focus on deficits, but we know when we build from internal strengths, we have the solutions.
We're going to take this a big step deeper in terms of exploring essentially 5 different reasons that are pretty compelling about why young people should be at this table of transformation. You will go in silence and begin to look at the 5 options. Read each one and ask yourself the question, out of these many reasons, which one feels most important to me?
When kids have a relationship with their teachers, it's like they're encouraged more to like
do well because they want to make their teacher like proud.
We think of relationships as the touchy-feely part, and it's nice if we can fit it in, and it's great if it happens. And to me, it really has to be the first step.
I actually think as a teacher, it's our job to give students voice, and if we're not doing that, we're not doing our job.
My goal is for all students and teachers and any adult in the community to feel inspired, because this inspiration creates change, and that's what YATST is all about.
It's not easy to change kind of systems that have been in place for a while, but I also think it's really rewarding if we can get past that and get to a place where we are making change.
It's hope for me.
When I think of YATST, I feel excited about coming to school. It's the thing that sustains me and feeds me on the rough days.
Quite frankly, I think every school should have a YATST group, and every school should be doing what we're doing in terms of surveying and bringing the data out to the faculty.
Helping students develop capacity to understand.
When I think of YATST, I feel excited. I feel motivated.
It's deep work. It deserves a space in our schools as a core part of the curriculum, and when it is that, it has the potential for significant change.
Let us share our whole new world of YATST.